Welcome back everyone to LEL League. If my voice sounds different today, I'm playing around with a compressor so that my voice levels are more even and I don't have to do a lot of post-processing. I hate spending time in the video editor. I just don't have time for it. So hopefully the audio is okay. I did monitor it and it sounds okay. So today what we're doing is we're not actually going to be looking at a match. We're going to be looking at, this actually still looks a little hot, but today we're going to be looking at a 1v1 between Gary's left foot and Zeus Kakarot. If we look at their AoE2 insights, we've got Gary's left foot from New Zealand and Zeus Kakarot from the UK. And if we look at their head-to-head, unranked, isn't that interesting? Let's go random map 1v1. You can see they're both, Zeus is maybe 1,000 elo. Gary is about 925 right now. And then their highest ratings are about 1,000 elo different, maybe 80 elo different there. The win probability is 37.5% to 62.5%. And we can look at their elo trends down here. So you can see Gary doesn't play a lot of 1v1. You can tell that's why the line looks the way it does. If you go by game number, he's far fewer games. He's 63 1v1s. And Zeus loves his 1v1s. He's got 1,000 games. So, but you can see that they're actually very similar in terms of actual elo level. Anyway, they decided to play a couple games together, and I'm actually interested to watch them and see how they play. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So we're going to get into Capture Age here. The first game was on Socotra, and we're going to watch that one first. Let me switch to in-game like that. There we go. All right, here we go on Socotra. In blue, we have Gary's left foot. He's playing as the Armenians. And in red, we have Zeus Kakarot, who is playing as the Sicilians. So both kind of, are they infantry civs? Would you consider them? Like you get the Don Johns that spit out the sergeants. Those are infantry. And then you've got the Armenians who get their long swords in the feudal age and their champions in the castle age, and then their special tech. What does it do? It gives a 30 plus HP in imperial age. What's it called though? Ferriters. There are some navy bonuses which aren't going to matter in this map because even though there's water, we all know that you can't get to the water. Let's take a look at Sicilians. I don't play Sicilians a whole lot. I mean, you get your donjons, better fortifications, which build faster. Town centers build faster. Town centers build faster. Soldiers receive minus 40% bonus damage, which is just trying to think how that would be useful. Your knights wouldn't take damage from pikes as badly, I guess. Stuff like that. Archers versus... is there bonus damage involved there? Anyway, start with 100 stone. You can build your first donjon in the Dark Age, I know. So you can have a production building for, well, you can have a defensive building ready to go as soon as you hit feudal. I mean, the team bonus is useless. This transport ships. So anyway, let's get into the gameplay. I can see already Zeus is pushing deer. He's pushed his second deer. What do they call those things? Ostriches. And... Gary's eating his elephant. Zeus is playing with fire here. If Gary was a jerk, he could have gone forward and stolen that elephant. It would be funny if we actually saw that happen. He may actually scout this and come forward. Let's see here. Are we going to see that? No, he doesn't see it yet. Doing a very nice job of scouting. He's not pushing deer. His deer are just sitting here. A lot fewer 1v1 games. He hasn't probably honed all those techniques. But of course, not having a lot of 1v1 games doesn't mean a whole lot. You might have a lot more team games. You might just play a lot of unranked. So I don't want to say he's a less experienced player. But Zeus has 1,000 games. That's a lot of 1v1s, at least by my standards. I've got like 100, maybe 150. I just find it lonely playing against strangers. I love playing 1v1s with people I know. I don't know why. I just enjoy it. I don't. Some people feel very competitive and they get bent out of shape when they lose against people they know. It doesn't bother me. Generally speaking, I can't think of a time that I've been like upset about losing a 1v1. At least in our group. But yeah, 1v1s against strangers, somehow they bother me more. Yeah, so good job pushing all of his ostriches. I mean, okay, sure, they're not all perfect, but still pretty good. And will we see Gary just mill these? I don't know. Dead even for villager count, 17 and 17. Let's take a look here. Yeah, dead even resources collected. And we've already established this. Dead even on villagers. Gary's doing sort of this house wall here to protect his wood line. That's smart. The problem is your berries are still exposed, but I mean, what are you going to do? How are you going to really wall? You could, yeah, it wouldn't be convenient to really protect both. You're going to want to also maybe kind of wall in this way or wall in this way. We don't have any sort of walling at all from Zeus. He just has scattered houses. Now, granted, he's only building houses as needed. It looks to me like Gary is preemptively, like we've got 19 for 20 here. Oh, we're up at 19, so we're going to see a rush. Oh, no, don't lose your scout dead. Zeus is very trusting, though, because he only took his elephant now. Maybe he just knew that Gary wasn't the type of player to lame him. I would absolutely lame you. If I had the opportunity, I would absolutely lame you, so I'm just putting it out there. I'm wondering if I should play with my compressor here while we're watching this. I'm just worried I'm too hot. I think it's okay. We'll leave it alone. We'll leave it alone. It might be a little over-tuned. I don't really know what I'm doing with these knobs. So Gary is going for maybe a fast castle. He's on 23 villagers and no click up yet. He has the resources though, right? Oh, maybe not quite. Shoot. There we go. Click up. There we go. So that's not ideal. He had to idle a bit. Reason he is taking the deer, but he's only taking them now. That fast hunting income is crucial in Dark Age, and to delay it till now is not ideal. All right, so then we have a donjon. Yeah, Sicilians are probably a good choice on this map. A donjon forward to defend stone and gold. Is this considered center of the map? Yeah, this is like a neutral. Neutral? Is that considered neutral, or do you just always have forward and aft resources here? Anyway, I have a donjon on golden stone, and I don't know why we're taking gold from way over here, though. That doesn't make sense. And we're making sergeants. We've got still 20 to 23 villagers here. Zeus is idling his TC. Actually, we can take a look at idle TC. We've got idle TC, 2 minutes to 30 seconds. Gary's done a great job of keeping his TC busy. And we've got a tower rush, so this is kind of like an all-in, I guess, from Zeus. He's not going to grow his eco. He's just going to rely on his rush to do damage. I've had one too many games where I lose because I don't grow my eco behind a push, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, idle eco is also worse for Zeus. There's also HSD, housed? Oh, how long you've been housed for. Interesting. It's a new stat. Okay, and sergeants have come forward. We have 6 sergeants. That's only 5 right there. So there's one more somewhere. Or maybe that's just the scout. Okay, never mind. It's just the scout. It's the 6th. unit. All right, Gary has walled up. And we're going to go for a defensive tower. What is the pierce armor on sergeants? It's only 1+1 in the feudal age, so they are going to be vulnerable to arrow fire. I believe their pierce goes quite high later. I want to do some testing with infantry that I have an impression have high pierce. This conversation came up in a league match, actually the last live stream I did. With Fire Lancers. I feel like when they're fully upgraded, they are tanky units in terms of pierce armor. And I just want to compare them. I want to compare them to Eagle Warriors, Huskarls, because I feel like there's a lot of units that are tanky when it comes to pierce armor. Okay, so we're going for the Donjon right here in line, in range of the watchtower. Making militia, does that make sense for Armenians? It does. Hopefully we're getting our man-at-arms upgrade. I'm liking longswords versus this. So hopefully we'll see Gary go for longswords. And it'll be infantry on infantry. He is queuing 2 militia behind man-at-arms. So instead of going straight to longswords, I might even suggest just go straight for longswords. I think the advantage of having longswords is huge, especially when fighting sergeants. Let's take a look at their stats. We have 2+1 and 1+1 armor, 0, so they've got more armor. Attack is going to be probably similar. Man-at-arms have the edge. No, they're not going to shoot arrows with, yeah. You have to fight this. HP 45 to 50. So actually the sergeant is, I would say the sergeant has the edge. Not for attack, but for every other stat, they're better. So we need to get our longswords upgrade. Gary, can we afford it? We cannot. We need a bit more food. I think it's 150 food. Alright, let's see how this engagement goes. We're fighting in range of... fighting under this tower and in range of this tower, so... Gary's still cleaned up. Here comes yet another donjon on this side. You can tell this has been a practiced build. We've got our market being built over here. And I don't see a castle age coming. So this market is just for balancing eco. Okay, yeah. There's no safety tower on this donjon, so Gary should be able to rush down this tower. Good job. Yeah, just come forward. The problem is these towers do produce infantry. That's the one issue. It'll go down. This tower should die. I hear fighting. Oh, we got this going on. Good job, just re-walling. I'm learning slowly to just re-wall. But let's get longswords. Can we get longswords? Can we afford longswords? We cannot. Yeah, it would be good to get some longswords in here. That would help hugely, I believe. But you also need to then produce... Oh, this is not a good idea, though. We might have to cut our losses here, Gary. Oh, yeah, these villagers are going down. So we're 33 for 32 villagers, now 33 for 31. We're mostly just, we're not collecting food anymore. We've lost, why aren't we collecting food? We need to be collecting, oh, he pulled all his farmers to fight this tower. That was a mistake, I guess. It wasn't ranging his TC. It would have been fine had he actually taken it down, but he didn't take it down and instead lost, his villagers aren't working. He's not collecting food. And we're seeing a score lead. We're seeing, yeah, villager count plummet here. We're seeing, actually, the resources collected is still very even. Yeah, we can't... Oh, we're going to try and rush down this tower now. I don't know. This failed quite badly, and now we're going to do it again. I don't know. Might have been better to just keep your villagers working, collect the food. Oh, we have a market. We could have sold wood for gold, produce long swords, and then push it back with long swords. Okay, that tower goes down. That donjon goes down. Lots of idle eco, idle TC time. 5 minutes for each. Another donjon right here. Look at that. Yeah, this is going to be difficult. You might lose your wood line. You could see another donjon go right there and totally deny a wood line. Yeah, I think this game goes to Zeus, right? I mean, maybe we see a comeback. I mean, AoE2 Insights told me who won which match. I just don't remember. I just don't remember which it was because apparently there's advantages to getting older. All right, we're back on gold. So that was important. I guess pushing down that donjon was important up here because we need this gold. And we are back on food. Are we going to get long swords now? Man-at-arms are queuing. Good. We need to see long swords, in my opinion. Or at least some upgrades, some blacksmith upgrades. We do have a blacksmith still standing. So we could get upgrades. What upgrades do we have here? We have forging for Zeus. And the first armor upgrade, whatever that's called. And then we don't have any infantry upgrades for Gary right now. Yeah, and then our, what was that, fletching? Or, yeah, fletching came in now, which is going to deny more space for Gary's eco. Oh, and another, we're fighting over a donjon here. Okay, that donjon doesn't go. That donjon is denied. The problem with this compressor is it's also amplifying my, like, clickety keys. Oh, there's long swords. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Go in. Yeah, there we go. You want to go in. You're broken. Go in. Oh, yeah. So wood line denied, but Gary has now another wood line up here in the north. So, oh, are we escaping? We are escaping. One villager's not because of pathing. Maybe another villager too. We shall see. All right, the longswords are doing the work. They've denied yet another donjon, and now this donjon should go down. Are we going to get some more upgrades on these guys? We have our first armor. I guess armor is more important than attack at the moment. Oof. I don't know if divide and conquer is the answer here. Yeah, focus down one tower at a time. Ooh, we're losing all our long swords. We might need to mass them a bit. This is tough. This tower, though, is just going to go because it's in range of the TC, right? Or not. I mean, you're surrounded by donjons. What do you do? Maybe go try to go castle. Maybe you can go castle, find a safe stone. Here. Oh, no. Yeah, what do you do in Gary's position here? Your food, your farms. You can't farm anymore because there's just... You're totally covered by these donjons. What are you supposed to do? Alright, Gary just keeps on moving. And we have the resources to click up, actually. We just need a bit more gold. Okay, are we going to see the click up to... yeah, there's the click to castle. Now the challenge is keeping... Yeah, there you go. You just shoot down this donjon. It's in range. Will this TC survive long enough? It might. Oh yeah, here we go. So the longswords are going to come and deny this. If we have enough. Do we have enough? We've spent all our food and gold. But we can push out a few more longswords. Yeah, let's come in here. See, Gary's smart. He's trying not to get trapped. He's a survivor. If anything, this guy's a survivor. What he might lack in aggro, he makes up for in terms of just being a survivor. He just survives. He defends well. Maybe he just doesn't get flustered by pushes like this. Just, it's okay. Yeah, you want to try and deny this creep of donjons if you can. You're about to get ranged off of gold. Is there another gold? There's that gold, but man. You may want to try and deny this. But not with 3. You can't do this with 3 longswords. You're gonna need more, yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're pushed off that gold. Let's see, we have no stone for a TC. We could sell. We don't have a market anymore. We're gonna need a market. So first thing to do is to make a market. Siege workshop. No. You're going to need to get onto another TC because this TC is no longer usable. It's completely enclosed by... Could have shot that down though. That's in range of your TC. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, siege workshop. Maybe ram. I don't know. Yeah, you're gonna have to run. Get out of here. You're surrounded. Oh yeah, there we go. We got a counterattack. Surprise! No, not the TC. Not the TC. No. We're gonna lose all. We're gonna lose all of our longswords. Unless Zeus doesn't notice this happening. Oh, maybe Zeus isn't paying attention. He's not because he's trying to kill this. I think this game goes to Zeus, though. We're losing our entire eco here. There's a lot of villagers up here. I don't know. Should go to Zeus. So we'll just say it should go to Zeus. But, it almost certainly will go to Zeus. This hurts. Another barracks, right? Yeah. Got a couple mangonels. That's a mess. Oh, fortified church. There we go. That's one way to do it. Smart. Alright, so we have a safe gold. We're putting in some farming eco back here. We are not making any more villagers. We're at 22 to 57. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, at this point, the push can even fail. It's just, he's got 3 times the eco. So Zeus, I think, this game goes to Zeus. I think it's really just mop up at this point. Yeah, no murder holes. Got a monk. Another fortified church over here. I don't know. It looks rough. TC's about to die. Oh, this is a... Don't throw. Yeah, I just threw your monk. That sucks. It's too bad. Oh, 2 monks. Yeah, this monk's gonna die, though. Maybe to just draw them away from the base of the... That's smart, I guess. That makes sense. Draw them into the arrow fire. Okay. I like it. I like it. Solid plan. But I think resources collected is going to tell us everything we need to know. Yeah. Yeah. Even military score. Oh, look at that, though. Zeus threw all of his military there. But that villager count is huge gap. Another donjon right here. It's a messy game. I like it. Huh, monks work well against these guys. Yeah, that donjon's not going to destroy, but target the villager. Oh, and we got a scorpion. I guess the advantage here is that they don't just delete their tower. They have a hope of getting it up, so that you force them to spend the full cost of the tower. No, 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 what are we doing? No, 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 no. Oh no, you're attacking the mining camp? Don't do that. Oh, what a disaster. I mean, this wouldn't have made her lost the game, but oh, that's painful, man. It'll go down, but and now you're hurting your. Oh no, Gary. Oh no. And yeah, castle now being built, and knights on the field. Are we gonna see the GG called now? Because this is definitely, at this point, it's like an undisputed win. You aren't coming back from this now. I'm gonna speed forward a little bit here, because I think this is just a mop-up job at this point. Yeah, it is. It's a good game. It's fun. I like this map. It makes for some crazy games. Oh, he called good game, but okay, there we go. Alright. We'll go find the next game. Alright, game 2 is on Pilgrims. I like great map choices, guys. Solid map choices. We got Romans versus Woo. Romans for Zeus. Woo for Gary. I don't know anything about the Woo. It's a DLC I don't own. Alright. Can I, again, complain about these things? I don't care that it's pilgrims. There were no monasteries in the New World. And if there was a pilgrimage to the New World, anyway, whatever. To me, I don't like it. I like the mystique of not knowing where to drop. I feel like this biases where people drop, but maybe not. Alright, 3 on the mainland. Let's see. Gary gonna do the same? Yeah. Oops, forgot our houses. I like to put my dock on a shorefish, personally. Neither of them did that, though. You want to stick your dock right on a shorefish so that you can fish with one of your villagers. And then it's extra food income. You don't need to have all 4 on wood immediately. Anyway, that's my preference, is to take advantage of the shorefish. Okay. So we are going to wander. What are we looking for? What is the special formula for Gary? Gary's going to look for... He's found a tree line. He's found food. He's found stone. He's going to look for gold, maybe. Where's that gold? We're about to get eaten by a wolf. Let's take a look over at Zeus. We're still exploring for Zeus too. What is he going to wait to find? Wood lines, wood lines, wood lines. At a certain point, you just have to drop. All right. Gary ended up dropping here on the stone and wood. Yeah, he didn't find any gold, so that's the best you can do, right? I like to drop on wood, gold. Oh, there's gold right there. He could have dropped right there, but pretty good spot. And both of them delayed getting their TCs up. We'll see who actually gets it up first. Or starts villager production first, I guess. I heard a fishing ship. That's good. Yep. They both know to start producing fishing ships. And done right, you can have like 2 fishing ships out even before your TC is up. Alright, TC is up. So edge goes to Gary, just based on TC timing. And we're going on to food immediately. To make this of value to people watching, I believe the correct call is go straight to wood. Put everything on wood, produce fishing ships. The advantage to that is your fishing ships fuel production at your TC, and your TC fuels production at your dock. So you're producing 2 economic units at once, and both buildings feed each other, if that makes sense. Villagers feed fishing ship production, fishing ships feed villager production, and you're getting fishing ships and villagers together. So that is a stronger strategy. Having so many on food, I mean, sure, you're going to have tons of food for villagers, but you're not going to sustain fishing ship production. You need at least 6 on wood just to maintain housing and fishing ship production, okay? So there's 4 there plus, so 7. But you're also going to need wood inevitably. Ideally, you put down a second dock at this point, so you're going to need the extra 150 wood for a second dock. You're also going to want wood to produce fishing ships at 2 docks, ideally. So, you know, you can optimize by just putting everyone on wood. Eventually, when you start to stockpile too much wood, you can start pulling villagers off onto food, obviously. But I would say you want a higher ratio on wood right now. Is that what Gary's doing? Gary's got the right idea. Everyone's on wood. But you can't just have everyone on wood. You want 2 docks. And there we go. We're feeding production of fishing ships at both docks. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so based on this early information that I'm seeing, I'm thinking that Gary has the edge. We shall see. Yeah, we're already seeing economic units being higher for Gary. We've got a 3. Is this 3 villager? I always forget. No, this is just economic units. This hammer. Yeah, economic unit count. All right. We should also start to see a resources collected differential. Yeah, we do. I like this, not having all your ships on one fishing spot. You want to kind of spread them out so you have less bumping. I mean, this isn't a bad fish boom. It's just a single dock fish boom, so it's not optimal. Now, upside is there's less reliance on water. You can transition to fighting land a lot sooner, but you end up losing water, and the problem with losing water is, can I do this? Will this work? There's 4,000 gold. Let's try that again. Yeah, 4,000 gold and 34 times 225. So that would be about 7,000 food. 7,000 food, 4,000 gold in the ocean. That's a lot of resources to leave behind, to not contest. So, do they know where each other are? Answer no, and answer no. They don't know where each other are yet. So, Zeus is up first. That's going to be a problem for Gary. You know, here I'm saying that he didn't play optimally. He had too many villagers on food, but he could produce Hulk immediately here and start hurting Gary's fish. And that's going to be a problem for Gary because Gary has, I think, a lot of fishing units. Let's take a look at that, actually. He has 17 fishing ships. So if you lose fish, that's an expensive investment to lose. Gary is on his way up. Oh, it's held behind something. There must be a villager in queue. Yeah, behind Loom and a villager. All right. But we are headed up. And here's a galley. I wouldn't have gone for a galley. I feel like galleys aren't very... the current water balance kind of disincentivizes galleys. Unless you can get a good mass of galleys up, you know, it doesn't seem hard. It seems hardly worth it. Galleys are vulnerable both to hulks and they're vulnerable to fire ships. Until you get a good mass of galleys, at which point you can fight hulks, but you still can't fight fire ships. So I just like, it used to be just galley wars everywhere, right? You would start with a few fishing or fire ships and then you'd mass galleys in good numbers. But I just feel like the balance has been totally wrecked recently. Someone's talking to me on Discord while I'm recording this video. What are the chances of that? No one ever talks to me in the middle of the day. We are coming near the end of LEL League, and we are having trouble with some teams just not getting their games done. And actually, one of the teams right now we expected would have no problem getting their games done because they were both extremely active players. But then, as soon as summer hit, they both had, not at the same time, but separately, had things that tied them up for weeks on end. So I don't know what we're going to do about that. They may have to drop out. I was thinking, well, maybe we could just count points of matches already played. The problem with that is if people would have beat this team, then those teams didn't ever had the opportunity to gain points. So it's an unfortunate circumstance. I would rather we just push it back a week or two to make sure everyone gets their games in, but at the same time, we may just have to not disqualify, but basically strike them from the league, which is not my preference. But all right, so Zeus has a couple fires. He's got a galley here. Oh, Gary has his own fire, and he's got, oh, look at this. He's got 4 docks. So, now, Zeus, you're not holding water with 1 dock, my dude. That's not how this is going to work for you. You're going to lose everything. Well, I say that, but Gary is mismanaging his fires at the moment. There we go. Now we're massing our fires. Yeah. All right, woo. What do woo do? Oh, they get these. I hate the fire archers. I hate them with a passion. Whoa, check out that villager queuing. The Gian swordsman, and then the hero unit, which I find very gimmicky. I'm going to sound like a real old man and just keep complaining about the DLCs, civs. Not all of them, but some of these DLC civs I find just very gimmicky. Military production buildings and docks provide plus 55. Ooh, docks provide plus 55 food. Yeah, I mean, so for Woo, you're heavily incentivized to go docks. I should remember that so I can ban that civ in our subsequent matches. Infantry, sorry, we're missing action out here. Here. So yeah, Gary's taking water, as I expected, with 4 docks to 1. And all of these fishing ships are going to die. Looks like Gary has found... yeah, he's found him. Found a house here. Good bet that this is where he is. And he's done a good job scouting, actually. So... yeah, we're losing everything on water. So what's our follow-up as Zeus? What are we going to do? Stables? Stables as Romans? No, man. Go longswords. No, sorry. Yeah, go longswords. You're almost castle age. Oh. Gary is walling. As he probably should. Okay, we have 1 water. We kind of we invested a lot in water, but let's stop making fishing or warships now. Let's pivot. Let's pivot to land. And I mean, look at this eco difference here. It's 63 to 29 economic units, mostly fishing ships. 22 fishing ships, 41 villagers. To Zeus's 29. Yeah, this game probably goes to Gary, if I'm guessing. Or if I'm right. If I know how to read a game. Second TC being built for Zeus. A lot of idle TC time for Zeus as well. Res collected 10,000 for Gary, or almost 11,000 for Gary, 7,600 Zeus. Yeah, the trend is not looking great. Let's skip forward just a tad here. It looks like we are going cavalry. Seems like a weird choice for Romans, but what do I know? Okay, but Gary, you do need to do something on land, right? You need to, first of all, get castle age. We could, oh, look at this, guys. He's got 2,500 food and 1,000 gold. He is... What is he doing? Dude, go to Castle Age. Did we forget about Castle Age? Did we think we were in Castle Age? What's the deal? We've got so many resources. You can crush your opponent right now, but you need to go to Castle Age. Click. Click it. Yeah, and the knights are in our town. Or about to be in our town. We're walled at least. We're gonna make some spears. I'm gonna click Castle Age. Oh, we don't have our buildings. Yeah, get your market up. Panic blacksmith too. Yeah, we don't have a blacksmith either. Okay, good. Stone walling, it looks like. Yeah, stone walls, good, good. Yeah, you're gonna need a second building, right? Oh, and a castle drop. Okay, well, I thought this game would go to Gary, but it's not looking too good at this point because we didn't click up to Castle Age. Oof, that's rough. I feel like done correctly, you should almost be able to instantly click Castle Age, even if you are doing water aggression. Just stockpile enough wood to get your 2 buildings down, and if you've done a proper fish boom, you have enough food, you have enough gold, you should go straight to Castle Age, and then you can keep fighting water while you've clicked up. But you don't want to delay Castle Age like this. This is not ideal. Oh, speaking of which, who won the first one? I think Zeus won the first game. This isn't a proper match. They only played 2 games. I don't know if they played a best of 2 or they just played a second one. All the wolves. Alright, lots of knights. Again, strange choice. It's not... Okay, you know what? I say it's a strange choice, but knights are perfectly serviceable units, and everyone's expecting you to go infantry. So it's actually good to be a little bit unpredictable. I am maybe too predictable. Because I just play to civ bonuses most of the time. All my cavalry is Dravidians. All my cavalry is Aztecs. No one will be expecting that. Archers as Bulgarians. Alright, finally, Gary has made it up. He can put down his castle now. And we're going archery range. Okay. Wheelbarrow. Interesting that we're still in 1 TC. Gary usually has a very solid eco. I mean, he does have a solid eco. Let's not kid ourselves here. 86 economic units. Are we going to make maybe a siege workshop now? He's about to be in on this house. Unless you wall behind it. Ooh. Did that not let them in? Are they still stuck? Oh no. Oh no, villagers colliding. Oh no. Those are gonna die, those villagers. Okay, but at least they're not gonna get into the town. And we're walling behind the gate. Yeah, good, good. But let's get some siege in here. We're gonna need some siege. Right? What are we doing? Gary's a solid player, but he doesn't do aggro very well. Like, we need to see some military. We don't have any military here. Okay, we do have our 3 TCs down. It's because it's his build order, right? Well, you don't start creating military until you have 300 villagers first. Okay, I'm being unfair. He's got lots of military. He's got a huge navy. It's just not where you need an army right now. Okay, siege workshop. Good, good, good. We have a siege workshop. Oh no, but he's in. Zeus is in. Oh no. Gary. Build your castle. You got the stone for a castle. He is going imp though. I just feel like he didn't have to make this that hard on himself. He made this unnecessarily difficult. Oh, these things, right. These Haegwangs. Which are basically just knights as far as I understand. Yeah, he's suddenly like, I have lots of resources. I have 4,000 food and 2,000 gold. Why have I not created tons of my own cavalry? Gary doesn't even need an eco. Honestly, he's got so many resources. He spent it all. Hey, look, he spent all of those resources all at once. Oh, look at that, though. He went from 60 villagers, and they just keeps on going down. He's down 40, 39. Rushing up a castle here. Yeah, knights everywhere. This is a highly entertaining game. Okay, but let's at least kill these battering rams before they destroy all our production buildings. Okay, now, I mean, really, Gary has the... not anymore because he lost his whole eco, but he should be able to just go stomp now. Once he takes out... he's got to deal with this army first. He's got a good mass, 24 versus 14 knights. Yeah, look at that, though. He's just producing. I think... Gary, you should be able to clean this up. He's going to want a Treb. Is this the civ that gets traction Treb? One of the civs that gets traction Treb? Where would I find that? It would be under... Siege? There we go. Yeah, they get the traction Treb instead of the regular Treb. So he's going to need a Siege Workshop to create his traction Treb. Did he upgrade these? Heavy Haegwang? Yeah. Oh boy. Suddenly, now it's Zeus on the back foot. That's a lot. 38. Alright. Zeus is growing behind this. Eco score now, 71 to 69. So Zeus has been growing his eco, which bodes well for him. By the way, this is all totally wrong. League stage, it's not league stage. But we're basically at the end of this, so I'm not going to change it now. This is just a 1v1, guys. If you're tuning in now, as you can clearly tell, there's only 2 players on the map. Yeah. Gary's back on 1 TC here. Monastery, huh? Well, Gary, maybe you should go raid the opponent. Yeah, go raid the opponent. Good, good, good. I like to see it. I like to see it. Oh, just in time. Oh, not a second too late. Second too late? Second too early? Like, if he had delayed this anymore, he wouldn't have gotten this raid in. Yeah, he's about to lose his entire eco here. Probably seeing villagers cratering now. Look at that. Run for your... Oh, what's the plan here? What's the game plan? Oh, put our eco in front of the opponent's eco. We do need siege though if we're gonna push this castle. Or maybe we don't need it. Maybe we just overpower it with all of our cavalry. Oh man, look at this. We're back to like 80 over 40, 80 over 36. Alright. This has been a really back and forth game. What is he seeing here? I mean, he knows about this castle. He knows there's... Oh boy, a ram push. You may want to draw back your army. Or just produce more army at home. I was going to say, I don't think he has the resources really to keep producing. Look how much has been fished out of the ocean here. What did I say? 7,000 food, 4,000 gold? It's like half gone already. Actually, is it half gone? 11, and it was what, 34 initially. So 2/3 is gone. I don't see any of the gold left. That's a lot of resources. Okay. What's the deal here? This is like a base trade at this point. Mutually assured destruction. Oh, watch out for the pikes! Honestly, pretty even match. Both games, I mean... Sure, Zeus had a commanding lead in game 1 most of the game, but it took him a long time to take out Gary, and Gary just survived. And now this game's just been back and forth. Yeah. Yeah. Gary wins. Alright. Look at that. Look at that drop in eco. 73 all the way down to 36. Alright. Well, that's it. That's it for this one. Good games to both players. That was fun to watch. And I'll catch you next time.